start by you describing a little bit what is simple in your experience. I mean, my experience is quite complex, multi-faceted, and confusing most of the time. So I'd be very interested to hear what your experience of simplicity is.
Okay. Well, I can feel what you're saying about your own sense of complexity. And as you know, in human life, it is very complex. You know, there's the emotional and the familial and the financial and then the global. And, you know, our lives are enormously complex and our human experience is also very complex. But beneath or behind all of that, there's a ground of peace and silence and stillness and unmovingness that never changes in spite of whatever's going on the surface, whatever our ongoing experience, our sensations, our feelings, our thoughts, and so on, regardless of what is happening externally, there's this unchanging ground that is rooted in the ground of all being. And we experience that if we're in touch with it or if we pay attention to it. A peace and stillness and simplicity that is the foundation upon which the multi-layers of life and human experience rest. But usually we're so distracted by our actual experience, internal and external, by what we want and don't want, our fears, our plans for the future, our feelings about the past. And so we're very caught up with the content of our awareness rather than this ground, this aware knowingness, which is our ground. So what I'm very interested in is penetrating that complexity that you mentioned, penetrating it in order to uncover or disclose that peaceful, simple ground of being, that knowing awareness that is always there and has always been there. So I agree with you, there's a paradox here in terms, I'm not talking about a denial of the complexity of our human experience. I'm saying that that is not all that there is. And that is in fact not even the main part of who we are. That is really the more surface or superficial experience, but usually we take it to be the totality of our experience.